All right, time to rip this bumper off in preparation for the new one. Alright, so this is going to be zip tied up and out of the way somewhere up here, and just until we can get a relocation bracket. Probably going to go with the metal click one that goes up underneath the hood. Alright guys, so we got this part of the frame all the way cut up to about this much. We're down to measuring it 2 inches back. Obviously marked it all the way around so we know exactly where to cut. But yeah, we've already got all the bracketry cut off underneath, all that good stuff. Got all this cut back too for the vacuum pump. This thing, annoying thing right there. But yeah, this is, yeah, so that's how it's looking right now. Going to smooth it out eventually with the flap disc. But this was a lot of metal to remove around here just because of this extra bracket that was on there. You guys can see how much metal that actually came off these frame rails right here. So it's pretty crazy. The majority of it was right here, trying to take that off in sections, pretty much like a puzzle, a bunch of pieces to the puzzle. So got all that cleared out, looking really good. So it's about time to start cutting back about 2 inches of the actual frame rails itself. Gonna double check everything, make sure that we're doing it all perfect. And after that, it'll be time to drill holes for the bumper. Alright, so all the cuts have been made for this 2-inch back. You guys can see this bracket right here is just holding on by a hair. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to clean the frame out obviously, and then I want to make sure that this is going to be nice and level. It's going to be straight from the side here. So we're going to clean that up, get that nice and smooth. I'm gonna smooth out these what's left of these brackets right here. Get it looking nice and pretty. Yeah, this is pretty simple. So you just pretty much cut all the brackets off for the crash bar that was right there, and then cut this back 2 inches. So we're gonna smooth all this out, drill the holes, and then paint it up with some VHT and be ready to mount it. All right guys, so we got everything smoothed up. All the edges and the mounting points are all smoothed out. Everything looking straight, using the grinder over there, so that's good. I'm about to test fit the bumper here, see how she mocks up here. And then we'll start marking the holes to drill. All right, so that's just mocked up there. Obviously, we've got a little bit more fitment to figure out here. We've got to slide back. So this hole will end up lining up with that hole. So I'm going to be tweaking it here and there until I can get it to seat all the way back. And then once I do that, I'm going to mark the holes and then start drilling. But yeah, guys, that does already look pretty good. That's kind of look I was going for now until maybe one day we might do a color match paint on there. But for now, this thing already came powder coated. You know, it's like a couple $100, maybe a little less depending on that. I already saved that on a price, so I'm gonna rock that for a little bit. I think it looks pretty good. All right, just to show you guys something really quick, having a little bit of issues with fitment getting the slide back all the way. You can see on the factory, there is a little bit thicker part on the frame on top here. So that's kind of keeping it from sliding back. You can see where I've grinded. You can see the high spots and the low spot where the black paint is right here. So I'm just gonna skim this down on the top and bottom. Hopefully that'll help slide it on. Alrighty guys, got the bumper test fitted. I got all 4 bolts in through the frame, so that's a good sign. Got everything aligned, centered, pretty much mounted. Just pulled it back off so we can paint up the bare metal and then, you know, take care of that little vacuum pump there. So pretty much everything is good to go. We're just gonna paint this up really quick and then mount it up. Alrighty guys, so here we are. Frame is completely 100% stripped, clean, ground down, nice and smooth on sides. Fitment is perfect. Got everything, got all the bare metal, nice painted, got a really nice coat. Wiped it down with acetone first, you know, on the bare metal so we get a clean surface. Pretty much got a really thick coat of the VHT, good stuff. So this is gonna be really nice, pretty much like the factory OEM paint. As you can see, we got a thick coat on the edges and everything, so there should not be any rust happening. You know, also on the holes that we drilled inside of the frame, underneath all that good stuff. You can see the side is perfectly smooth, so that's gonna be nice. There, we got some wet paint, cool. So I'm gonna wait for this to dry, and then I'm also gonna put some grease, some multi-purpose grease on here, so to help with the fitment. And then also, you know, when this slides on, it will scratch some of the paint off, so we're gonna keep some grease in there to keep the rust out.